I'm 4-1 meteorologist Kim Adams. Severe weather continues to move through parts of Metro Detroit with wind gusts as high as 72 miles per hour. I'll track the storms in minutes.
Also, a stunning discovery. 2 very young children left near some dumpsters. Police have learned so much more about them, and they've taken someone into custody. First at 4 starts right now.
Local 4 News starts now with a forewarned weather alert.
Good afternoon to you, and thanks so much for joining me. I'm Christy McDonald in for Karen Drew. First at 4, beware high winds and hail over the next few hours. Go ahead and take a look. This is a live look at Ann Arbor. Now, this view does not show the art fair that just kicked off, but the city has just closed it down through 5 this afternoon because of the risk of severe weather. And we just received this photo of quarter-sized hail in Northville, and this is from our meteorologist, Ashley Barrissey. And meantime, meteorologist Kim Adams has already been breaking into programming. All right, Kim, where do things stand right now?
We have multiple severe thunderstorm warnings. Anywhere that's flashing yellow is a severe thunderstorm warning. That means winds are above 60 miles per hour and also hail is above 1 inch in diameter. But I want to focus heavily now on Macomb County because we're getting some reports of very high winds right around 23 and Gratiot Avenue, also right along I-94. So if you're anywhere from Richmond down to New Haven, Chesterfield, Mount Clemens, Macomb, you're getting very, very high winds. I don't have to tell you that. No rotation, but any wind that is above 60 to 70 miles per hour is going to do some damage to trees. We also have reports of large hail, enough to do damage to cars as well. Now I want to focus on Wayne County, just moving out of Plymouth and Northville, now into Livonia, moving to the east. These storms are moving. They're moving at about 45 miles per hour. So this is not going to be a long-term event, but when that storm is over you, it's going to be pretty intense here for the next hour or so. Dearborn Heights, this thunderstorm is just about to move into your backyard. Inkster 407, Hamtramck 411. Severe thunderstorm in Dearborn at 413, Riverview 416, and Allen Park at 418. So to recap for you here, anywhere that you see flashing in yellow is a severe thunderstorm warning. They expire at different times. The one for Wayne County expires at 5 o'clock. But it's that one cell that we are watching very closely in parts of Macomb County that does have wind gusts over 70 miles per hour. I'll continue to track the storms and have updates as they come in.
Sounds good. We'll see you in a few, Kim. And now, if you have to step away from the TV this evening, remember, take the Forewarned Weather app with you. You will have interactive radar alerts right in the palm of your hand. It is free. Just search for WDIV in your favorite app store. If you still need to download this app. All right, our other top story, the investigation into 2 infants left alone by some dumpsters at Lamphere High School. We told you about the discovery last night at 11 o'clock, but by noon today, police had identified the parents of those children who are just 2 years old and just 4 weeks old. Megan Woods has been on the story since the very beginning for us. So, Megan, what is the latest here?
Well, Christy, police are still saying this is an ongoing investigation, and they now have a 20-year-old in custody and charged in connection to this case. And like you mentioned, we now know the ages of those children, a 4-week-old and a 2-year-old. On Saturday afternoon around 1, an official driving school instructor stopping at Lamphere High School in Madison Heights for a bathroom break stumbled upon the children hidden behind the wall near a back entrance of the school.
When I came over here, I'm listening, I'm like, it's like a weird noise, like 2 cats fighting. I'm like, something's wrong. And so I started making loud noises, kind of scare them off. And I'm like, that's not cats. I'm like, that sounds like a baby. So as I walked over, I looked over here, and I didn't see nothing. And so I walked over where I heard the noise from over in the corner, and then around behind that wall is where the 2 infants were at.
He called 911 and police and fire arrived on scene, and the 2 young children were taken to the hospital and are in stable condition. One of the children, a 4-week-old, was in a car seat with a cover. The other child is 2 years old. Police are investigating but say they did identify the parents of the children. A 20-year-old woman was taken into custody. Court records show she was arraigned on Tuesday and is facing 2 counts of abandonment and 2 counts of second-degree child abuse. She is still in custody and is due back in court next week. Now, Michigan does have the safe delivery laws, but that is for children born within 3 days. And so we take a closer look at that law and the numbers that they're seeing across the state coming up live at 5. Reporting live in Madison Heights, I'm Megan Woods, Local 4.
All right, thanks, Megan. We'll see you tonight at 5 o'clock. And of course, you can see she's in Madison Heights. You see the weather that's happening outside right now. All right, Michigan's Attorney General has some extra time now to consolidate state charges against the suspect in the kidnapping and death of little Winter Cole Smith. You'll probably remember the frantic search for the little girl that involved law enforcement from Lansing, Detroit, and St. Clair Shores. The suspect, 26-year-old Rashad Trice, made a video link appearance in Ingham County Court today. He waived the 21-day timeline following his arraignment earlier this month. That gives the AG time to work the case. Trice also faces federal charges that could lead to the death penalty if convicted. Well, there is new fallout today from a fake elector investigation leading to criminal charges against 16 Michigan Republicans. One of those charged is Stanley Grott. He is the clerk of Shelby Township. He is the official that's in charge of elections, but he is now accused of signing false certificates to steal the 2020 election from Joe Biden in favor of Donald Trump here in Michigan. Well, today, the Michigan Secretary of State's office sent this letter to Grott. It strips him of all duties connected to any elections until this matter is resolved. Deputy Township Clerk Craig Cowper will take over those duties. Grott denies any wrongdoing, and you will hear from him tonight on Local 4 News at 6 o'clock. Senate Democrats are pushing stronger ethics requirements for the justices on the Supreme Court of the United States. The issue has been in the spotlight since allegations of luxury vacations and gifts for Justice Clarence Thomas. Kimberly Gale joins us with the results of a key vote. Kim?
Hi, Christy. Good afternoon. Supreme Court justices are appointed for life and really have very little oversight to guide their actions while serving on the country's highest court. For years, no one really seemed to question their ethics, but that's been changing recently. As you mentioned, Christy, critics have raised questions about luxury vacations and real estate deals involving Justice Thomas and a GOP donor. Both men denied that donor had business before the court. News reports have also alleged Justice Samuel Alito has taken a luxury vacation with another Republican donor. And the Associated Press reported Justice Sonia Sotomayor, through her staff, has advanced sales of her books during college visits. The legislation passed today would set new standards for transparency, gifts, and possible conflicts of interest. Most Republicans say they're protecting the court's independence, but Democrats say the lack of ethical standards is shocking.
I have federal judges in my state of Illinois who have told me privately this is an embarrassment. The fact that they have standards to live by and have done so to establish public integrity, and the Supreme Court thinks they're exempt.
We're going to protect the constitutional separation of powers when it comes to the Supreme Court. We're going to fight back this effort.
Now, the judiciary passed the legislation along party lines. In addition to the new standards, it also establishes a process to enforce them. Republicans have claimed the bill will, quote, destroy the court, so we will see.
I mean, every time I hear passed along party lines, I think, is there really a possibility that this bill will move forward?
Yeah, that's a really good question, and probably not. It's very unlikely right now. The Republicans seem united in their opposition. 9 Republican senators would have to cross party lines to get the bill through the full Senate. And by the way, Chief Justice John Roberts was invited to testify at today's hearing, and he declined. We'll have much more coming up.
All right, sounds good.
At 5.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Well, at long last, we can stop worrying about that Powerball jackpot that kept growing and tempting us to play. One ticket sold at this mini mart in Los Angeles matched all 6 numbers last night. It has a face value of just over $1 billion. I can't even wrap my head around that. But of course, no one gets all of that money at once. The lump sum cash option is $558 million. That's before taxes. The owner of the mini mart gets $1 million for selling that winning ticket. We are all waiting to see who steps up to claim the jackpot and become friends with them. So stay tuned.